We came up with this sort of philosophy through experience where it was one phone call, one text, one email can shift the whole trajectory of everything you're doing in your business. And sometimes when that happens, you are never the same. For the better part of a year, and in 2020 and early 2021, we went through hell. We had all of our capital out on the street, all of our internal personal capital out on the street. We did not know how we were going to get it back. We had our entire Wall Street relationships zapped. The only thing we were doing was managing a portfolio. And week by week, we watched that portfolio go down from about 116 or 118 million all the way down to 20 million. That's how we make money. So for those of you who aren't mathematical geniuses, 120 to 18, not a good thing. I reminded myself that it only takes one event to shift the entire trajectory of where you're going. We came up with this sort of philosophy through experience where it was one phone call, one text, one email can shift the whole trajectory of everything you're doing in your business. And sometimes when that happens, you are never the same. One phone call, one text, one email. Hey, we're turned back on. Hey, the deal's paying off. Hey, you got $1 million coming back. Hey, this. One phone call, one text, one email. Our biggest financial provider, who's never touched credit, provided us a credit line. That's one phone call, one text, one email. Our business will never be the same because of it. One phone call, one text, one email. We decide to charter the boat. This has happened again and again and again in my life. But sometimes we get a little comfortable when things start flowing the right way. We get to enjoy actually revenue coming in, actually the portfolio size increasing, actually loans to quote. We get to enjoy it. So sometimes when we're sort of increasing, we actually forget the thing that increased us, the principle and the root of the thing that increased us. And for us, it was a belief system that we all started making, little emails about, little jokes about, or whatever, because the truth is we all bought it. Since the very end of May, we've had a home in Florida under contract, and we did not know if it was going to happen. We watched other homes come on the market at $500,000, $1 million, $2 million, higher price than the house we had under agreement, which were similar or less desirable homes. And every time that our deal would get kicked out, or I wouldn't think it was going to happen, I would get incredibly frustrated because I'm looking at other houses. It's the best deal. It's the best deal in that area. Bar none, by far, still is to this day, a week after we closed, right? Still the best deal that gone on down there. There'll be no better deal. We spent $4 million on a house. People literally one street over spent $3 million on a lot, dead ass. Not a joke. We also had to put up $1 million of internal capital almost. That was a giant hurdle I had to get over. So at some point, through many iterations, and I've gone through every emotion on this transaction, joy, sadness.
You just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
I've gone through anxiety. I've gone through peace, which is where I ultimately landed. I've gone through frustration. I've gone through aggravation. I've gone through contemplation, but not constipation. I've been angry. I've been happy, sad, glad, you name it. I've been all those things. So on August 16th, now we've signed 2 extensions at this point. The closing date was hopefully going to be September 15th. And I get an email. The title of the email is, cancellation of contract, 131 Royal Palm, okay? And the email says, I'm working on an extension. If the seller signs, I will email you. Thanks. August 16th. So then I looked through to make sure I wasn't going wacky. I didn't get another email on that. I just said, okay, thanks. Let me know. August 16th. We don't know what's happening. As you know, I became very, very silent on the subject on purpose. Wanted to come to that place of peace. If it was going to happen, it was meant to be. We were going to let it happen. We were going to let it come into our lives. I wasn't going to thrust my way into Florida. I was going to let Florida kind of come to us. That way I knew it was permanent, and I could use that permanence to know that that's where, in my opinion, God and the universe can kind of do their work in our business when it comes to us. When I go get it, sometimes it's me. It's not anything bigger than me, and therefore it causes nothing but pain. But when it comes to us and it's undeniable, I think that's where kind of like the blessings in our company can and will flow. So that's August 16th. August 24th. This is a copy paste from the seller's attorney to who I told them our attorney was going to be. James, attached, please find the preliminary closing statement, Old Republic National Title Insurance Company title commitment, and the property debt search and municipal lien search. Kindly provide me with the full legal name and address of your client so we can prepare the seller's conveyance documents. As this property is subject to 2 mortgages, it's imperative that we try to get this closed this week, if possible. Kindly advise what would be a convenient day to close, as I've set up a remote online notary as my client is overseas. Thanks, Edgar. I read this email, and I truly think, if my memory is correct, I was like, one phone call, one text, one email. Now, we needed about 30 things to come into existence for us to make that happen. But myself, Tommy, Paulina, and Tracy talked about it, made a little list of what we needed to do, and we were able to close by September 1st, which was our drop dead date. That's 7 days from this email. The second biggest loan in company history, the single biggest deal in our lending history where we've owned and did the loan, our biggest equity contribution personally into a deal, came together in 7 days. And because of that, what's happening now? We have one of our guys moving to Florida to originate loans, who's hopefully gonna rival Alex. We're gonna be renting this thing out, which I wrote down today, and generating $300,000 in revenue per year from this house. That's what I wrote down in my little notes today. We're gonna generate $300,000 in the boat. We're gonna buy a car at some point whenever Tracy, me, and Paulina are comfortable, and we're gonna generate another 100 grand from that. That's what's gonna happen in Florida. Our objective as a company is to realize that when you do get that one phone call, that one text, or that one email, after you think it's dead, it comes alive and your life is never the same. Our life's never gonna be the same because of this. Our business is never gonna be the same. The perspective of our business is never going to be the same because of this one email right here. And that's all it takes. What in your life is stopping you, holding you back, frustrating you? All you have to do is shift the belief system. You don't have to do anything. Shift the belief system that you'll get that one phone call, that you'll get that one text, you'll get that one email. It can be stupid shit. If you're single and you've been scrolling through, a girl scrolling through Bumble, or a guy scrolling through, what is it, Grindr that you're on?
No idea what the hell that is.
Okay. But it's no after no after no after no after no. Or frustrating date after frustrating date after frustrating date. One phone call, one text, one email. We'll add one swipe for the modern day people. And next thing you know, you're in a relationship that changes your life. All this stuff can happen. You just got to understand that that's how it works. And that there's always something bigger at play if you believe that there's something bigger at play and you let it play out. But that goes for everything, including a deal that's dead to when it comes alive. If there was anything at all that you liked in that video, you're welcome. If there's anything you didn't like, blame Marcos. But either way, like, subscribe, comment, whatever suits you.